from Mud Lake Outdoors. Temperature is 17 degrees, feels like around 0 to 2, it says on my phone. There's a nasty wind out there, and it's gonna be cold, but I'm up before the butt crack of dawn. I'm gonna go and try some private property. We'll see if we can't get into some crappies in a big way, so I will talk to you guys in a minute. In years past, I grew up fishing this pond. You know, this has been something that I've looked forward to every year for a long time now, and you know, a couple of years ago things weren't going so well. Something happened with the pond and most of the fish died off. Before that, there was good numbers of crappies, good numbers of perch, but size was lacking. There were a couple of them over a pound, but the majority of them were, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches, I'd say, for both the perch and the crappie. And every once in a while, you'd get a nice one come through. And so you kind of have to pick and choose, but I went and did some scouting this week, and we found that the fish are in there. The crappies are good size, you guys will see if we get into any, but on the same note, there's a lot of stunted rock bass, and there just really isn't the numbers of crappies that you'd like to see. But you know, hopefully if I do a little more work, I can find the larger numbers of crappies. This is a fairly large pond. That's neither here nor there, but it's large enough to hold good fish. It's deep enough. It's 18 foot at the deepest. It's got nice ledges and drop-offs, so we're gonna go back to the hole, and hopefully the fishing's better today than it has been. I'll check back with you guys when we're out on the ice. All right. So I'm out here, and I'm set up. I was lucky enough, got to use my holes. They didn't freeze up from last time, so we're gonna dive in and see what we can do. See how she goes. Let's get down there. There's one. Come in immediately. Here he comes. See if he bites. There he is. Well, that didn't take long. Get the first one in the house. And it's probably 8, maybe 9. You can see there's another one down there already. This is the earliest I've fished the pond too, so hopefully that pays off. Being out here at sunrise, I'm sure it will. So of course I just turned off the camera, then I got a nice one there. That one's probably 10. I got that one on a whole minnow. My line just went slack. There he was. Oh. Probably just stole my bait, maybe, maybe not. Nope. They do seem to be wanting the whole minnow today. So maybe I gotta change it up a little. Oh, there's one. Little guy? Nope, swimming up. Ah, it is a little guy. Boo. There's those Rockies I was talking about. That one hit like a crappie, so I thought maybe it was, but oh, there's fish all over the place down there. Come on, guys. Anybody hungry? One of you? It's probably the school of them rock bass. I was hoping, see, you can see that one down towards the bottom's a crappie. You can see that crappie's mixed in with them, but it's just a nightmare when those guys get active. Because this is what you're going to catch. Oh, that is probably the largest one that I have got out here. Look at the size of you. You know, these little Rockies are feisty little guys. They put up a good fight. They're a solid fish. They're basically a sunfish on steroids. And in the right setting, they can turn into just tanks. You know, this is the first year that I've seen them in this pond. I'm not sure how they got in here, how they made their way in here, but they're definitely here, and clearly there's good forage for them because they're just growing exactly how you would like them to. Not that I'm necessarily a huge fan of rock bass. I'd much rather catch crappie or a perch than a Rocky, but you know, if they're gonna thrive and do well and they're gonna bite, I guess I can't complain. Just be really nice to see a couple more of them crappies come out. That is just unreal. Not necessarily what a guy wants to see when you're targeting a species other than what's being represented on your graph. Got them on the bottom. I got them 3 foot down everywhere. You know, before I headed out this morning, I kind of had some bad juju. I got gas all over my hands. So, I always hear everyone talk about it. How bad it is to get gas on your hands. How you won't be able to catch any fish. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if I'm convinced yet, but wasn't a good way to start the day. Nope. There's one. Come up with it. This is a better fish, probably a crappie. There we go. There. So apparently they don't want to eat so big today because it's colder. I mean, I got this little forage minnow just loaded up with as many waxies as I can fit on it, but that's another good one. That's what we're looking for. It's a nice 10-incher. A little thin in the belly, which is never a good sign, but hopefully he starts munching on them rock bass. He's got a big enough mouth on him. But that was probably 10 minutes at least since my last bite. But I noticed, like I said, that one wanted it to fall. Just like the last one that bit it. So that leads me to believe that that last time it was a crappie also. Ah, look at that. Ha! See, this is what I'm talking about. How are those crappies not having a heyday? I mean, that's bait to anything. Those crappies should have full bellies. You should just be picking those little guys off. Oh. Unreal, just tiny. Once again, I'm just loading this forage minnow up. I think I got 5 or 6 waxies on there. That lets you know how cold it is. Freezing up constantly. Okay. Only marking one fish now. Might be a little easier to see what the heck's going on. There's a crappie. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. How many times have you had that happen? Transducer cord. Right in the way. Another nice one. A little bit smaller. Well, I seem to have found what's working for the crappies. They didn't want the minnow head today. Just weren't feeling it. So I'm taking... I wish I had some soft plastics with right now. That'd probably save me a lot of hassle. I could put maybe two trebles of soft plastics and then one of the actual wax worms. But that time he got away with everything. All of those waxies were just gone. So that's the risk you run when you're doing this. You know, it can take a little bit longer to bait up. Luckily, I'm not in too deep of water, so getting back down there is relatively easy. Doesn't take too long. Although you can see right there in the time that I caught that fish and rebaited, my screen absolutely cleaned out. There's nothing. So that's just how quick it can happen, and how, you know, the advantage of soft plastics is obvious. That's why everybody's using them. I use them here and there. I've had limited success. I fish a lot of waters with a lot more, oh, there's a couple. Fish waters with a lot more people on it, you know, the pressure on the fish is through the roof. So the soft plastics tend to not do so well, you know, in the middle of ice season. Early ice, late ice, you can have tons of success with soft plastics. But I find, you know, in the dead of winter, like that guy barely hit, when it's really getting tough, that the soft plastics just don't do it. You know, they smell that when they come up on it. When you got all those wax worms, they just can't help but want to take it, you know. All right, buddy. See you later.